Was that good, Lenny? Yeah, it was good. Oh my goodness. I have. First of all, was anybody taught about black women in high school? The black women of this country? Don't worry, it's not a test that you have to pass. No. That's what I thought. I have this series online. So, this is what I always forget everything. So there are coasters. We're gonna have like a group moment. Does everybody have a coaster on their table? Because if you don't, does everybody have coasters? There are coasters? No? If you don't have a coaster, put up your hand and my girl G will bring you a coaster because on the back, thank you Jedson, my man Jed, there's a QR code on the back. Don't worry, they're pretty, they're not ugly. And you do the fancy technology thing and you can follow me on the Instagram. Anybody heard of the Instagrams? And the TikToks. Is it got TikTok? So you can follow me on Instagram. I do this weekly series called Lip Gloss and Legacy where I talk about Black Canadian heroes. Last week I did John Ware and Beyonce, and so many people who went to John Ware Elementary were like, I went to that elementary school, oh my god. But I talk about how Black people in this country were never really given their due, and the little known fact that Wilfrid Laurier himself signed into legislation, but thank goodness it never got passed, the act to bar Black people from Canada for 1 full year because we could not withstand the climate. Oh, look it up, it's true. But then the interesting thing is when he barred us for a year, he was giving the land that they had promised Black people to white Europeans.
I know. That'll stay where it is.
Gotta love those sunny ways, huh? So it's definitely something that I wasn't taught in school, but I am always amazed at the stories and the sacrifices that I find when I'm searching and combing for those in our country who allow us to sit here today. And what I will say is that, listen, there were some incredibly gracious, vicious white people who were like, y'all ain't taking these Negroes back to America. There's a very specific case in Niagara where a young Black man came up here on a horse that he stole from Kentucky. And his owners came here and tried to return him. Do you know that white people set Niagara on fire? Do you know that? For real. They said a man was killed because they refused to repatriate him to his owner to bring him back to Kentucky. So don't let anybody tell you that they weren't standing up for us back then, because they were. And listen, y'all can still continue to pull up, okay? Because it's not like this fight is over. But they burned Niagara to the ground. Now that was a smart man because he disappeared into the night and was never heard from again. Very smart. But I have always thought, when I've been researching these stories, that Canada is a country of people who actually want to come together. It is mitigating forces that sometimes don't allow us to do so. I'm gonna look up his name at the break and come back and tell it to you, because I should know this. Freddie. Is it Freddie? Is it Freddie? He stole a horse from Kentucky and he rode it all the way to Canada. Then he swam across the river and almost drowned. When his owner came here and asked for him back, a Canadian judge said, fuck you. But in legalese, then the whole town of Niagara said, I dare you to pull up with your friends. This Negro ain't going anywhere. Oh, the best part of this story is that they held him in a jail cell overnight. When they tried to break him out of this, the slave owners were met with a vicious fight. They burned down the jail, and God, I believe his name is Freddie, out, and brought him out to the streets. The confrontation was so bad, fires were set to all the land. The white people stood up and said, over my dead body, will you take him back? You ain't taking him back. We have laws in this country against that. And if I have to die, so be it. They set fire to a bale of hay. They tried to put him on a wagon and take him away. Freddie was in handcuffs and dragged back down, and the white people, they stood their ground. And they beat the shit out of the sheriff. They beat the shit out of the slave catchers. And in the middle of all this, one white woman stood up and said, if you're gonna take him, you're gonna have to take me too. They had never encountered this before. What do you do when a white woman says, you can't take this Negro, you're gonna have to take me too? I mean, it must have been I would have loved to see their faces. Would have loved to have seen these Kentucky men encounter this white mob protecting this one black man. I'm sure it was beautiful. When the melee was over, the jail was burned down, and Freddie disappeared into the night. One white person died and laid on the ground, and those motherfucking slave catchers never came back to our town. So, when we say pull up, that's the kind of energy we're looking for. Because our lives are on the line every single day. So, now it's your turn. Sometimes I think that there are people in certain governments around the world who sat down and said, well, Bob, I think we could, do you think we could possibly do it? And Bob looked up and said, oh, no. I think we're 50 years too late, Kevin. Kevin looked back at Bob and said, but if we start to change the laws and tweak them just a little bit, do you think that maybe we could Bob said, no. Maybe if we'd done it 50 years ago, we could have re-enslaved. But we're too late. There's too many of them now. And we can laugh, but I do not doubt that those conversations were had in some very interesting rooms. You see, we're not going anywhere, because I am the product of a woman who didn't throw herself from a ship, of a woman who didn't smash her baby's head in. She survived, so I'm alive. She survived, so I am alive. Oh, I am alive. I am alive. 'Cause she survived. I need jelly beans. Woo, sorry, buddy. And Shoppers Drug Mart has all of those things. It's a magical place. I love it there. And there's makeup and, just cruise around. I'm minding my business, and I get into line, and behind me I hear, oh, God, excuse me, sorry. Watch where you're going, you black bitch. The black girl takes a step back. What did you just say to me? You saw me standing here. I am not your Negro. The white girl, I don't have time for this, okay? You didn't see what it's getting. They separate. The white girl gets in the line with her basket. And I'm thinking, no, not today, Satan. I walk up to her and I take the basket and I say, get the hell out of the store. You don't have get the hell out. She looks at the line. Nobody gives her an inch. And it's all white people. Pull up. And she leaves the store in a huff and a puff. Put your hands in the air if you can't get out of bed. Put your hands in the air if everything makes you sad. Put your hands in the air. Put your hands in the air. I pay for all of my items and I leave the store. And on the ledge, I see the young black girl from the store. So I walk up to her. I said, yo, sis. I kicked that crusty woman out of the store and nobody said a word to me. She looks up with the sun in her eyes and she says, thank you, sis. You don't know what kind of day it's been. As I turn to walk towards Dovercourt, and she walks the other way, I turn around and go, girl! She looks back at me. It's better to be worn out than to rust out. I put my hand in the air, and she puts hers up too. We smile at each other and go,